Today we're taking a look at the GameSir G8 Plus wireless gaming controller. This is a super nifty wireless game controller that you can use pretty much with any modern Android or iOS smartphone, as well as apparently the Nintendo Switch consoles. I personally bought this controller because I know that the Steam in-home streaming functionality definitely works on my Galaxy S23 Ultra, but using the default on-screen controls pretty much takes the fun out of playing any game. I knew that I wanted a controller, and after doing some research, the GameSir G8 Plus came up over and over. Using the G8 Plus with my Steam in-home streaming setup from my main PC to my smartphone was really an amazing upgrade to the gaming experience. Like, really, it was a huge upgrade. The G8 Plus connects to my S23 Ultra by Bluetooth, not quite as fast as a wired connection, but for the games I was playing, I really didn't notice a difference. It's never dropped on me mid-game, and there's virtually no latency that is bothersome to me. As for the actual setup, I'm gaming on my S23 Ultra. Well, that's where the game is being streamed to. I'm using the controller that's connected to my phone, and the games are actually running off of my TestBench gaming PC, which is a Ryzen 9700X and an RTX 4070 Super with 32 gigabytes of G.Skill memory. The desktop is wired in, and my phone is using 802.11 AC wireless. So that really makes for a solid combo for using the Steam in-home streaming. Getting back to the G8 Plus though, the feeling of the controller is actually super nice. It's really easy to hold, the buttons are placed pretty much exactly where they should be in my opinion, and the joysticks are very nice to use as well. This controller even supports light rumble support for games. I didn't even know that the controller could do that before I tested it out, and I'm super impressed and I really like that, especially because I wasn't expecting it. Like I said, the G8 Plus does support larger tablet-style devices, but it will also support your average smartphone as well. I really like that because this device can kind of be used by really any other smartphone or mobile device, and you can really use it for anything, playing games right on that mobile device, or streaming with a service like Steam or Moonlight, I think it's called, if you're using a Linux system. Because this actually works so well, I'm now living the dream of playing games, AAA games, on my couch while watching TV with my better half, while utilizing my Ryzen 9700X and RTX 4070 Super to power a game on my smartphone. It's a nice compact little package, and I'm able to get pretty much everything I need out of this. As for testing, I tested Wreckfest, Path of Exile 2, and I played a little bit of Monster Hunter World. And after a couple hours of gaming on this controller, I am sold that this is probably the best gaming component or accessory that I've purchased this year and probably in a while, if I'm honest. I was actually looking at buying an OG Steam Deck because they're a little bit cheaper now that they've been out for quite a while. The prices have definitely come down, but I realized the hardware on that has definitely aged, and I'm probably going to be using the Steam streaming from my PC to the Steam Deck anyways. And that's kind of what led me down the path for research. Was there any way that I could just use my smartphone as like a thin client basically? And that's how I found the GameSir product line and the G8 Plus specifically. I did include some gaming clips here. Sorry for the quality. I had to film them on an older smartphone and they didn't look super good with the light on, so I turned the light off so it is a little dark. But anyways, the gaming experience was really good for gaming on my smartphone, which was connected to my network over wireless. I'm basically able to use my PC to stream the game to my smartphone anywhere in my house. The kitchen, the office, the living room, the garage. I can even walk about 10, maybe 15 feet away from my house, as that's really how far the Wi-Fi signal is decent. So this has really improved and honestly increased the amount of time that I can actually play games. As for customizing the buttons and updating the software, GameSir does offer an app for that, and you'll definitely want to grab it, especially for those firmware updates and the button customization. But to be clear, you probably don't need it to just start using the device. I was able to basically take mine out of the box, connect it, and just go, which is really an awesome experience, and that's the way it should be. Though I do recommend downloading that app and making sure you're up to date. As for how this controller works, this controller does feature batteries. There's a battery on the left and the right side, I guess. And that probably helps with the rumble and the extended battery life. You charge it by USB-C, and as far as I can tell, it charges relatively quickly. There is actually a weird glitch when you have a device installed or inserted and the GameSir is actually expanded. Those pins don't actually touch on the backside, so you can't charge the left-hand side of the controller. A little weird that the batteries can be at different states of charge or levels of charge, but basically what I do to get around that is when I'm done gaming, I just take my phone out, let the controller go back to its default state. There's a spring in there, it'll basically pull itself back together, and then I plug it in and charge it with the USB-C cable that I would normally charge my phone with at my desk. As for compatibility, this controller is really meant to work with basically anything. You could be using regular Android games, you could be using games on an iOS device, you could probably fit tablets in here, you could fit a Nintendo Switch in here, or you could do what I'm doing, connect this controller to your smart device, and then leverage the Steam in-home streaming app to actually play games like AAA games from your PC right on your smartphone. As you can probably tell, I'm really excited by this product, and I've been using the heck out of it. I would say that overall, it's definitely been a very nice device to own and use over the last couple of weeks. If you're in a similar situation to me where you do want to play some of your Steam games, you don't necessarily need audio support while you're playing them, and you have a decent PC, this is definitely something that I think will come in handy. It's a lot cheaper than a Steam Deck, and I was up and running literally in seconds. So yeah, overall, I was pleasantly surprised with this purchase. And that brings me to another point. This video is basically sponsored by me. I paid for this because it looked really cool. So if you want to support this video or the channel, definitely make sure to give it a like and maybe check out the affiliate link below if you're looking to purchase one of these or learn more about it. I'm a bit newer to gaming on mobile, as in I've never really played games on my smartphone basically until I bought this and started doing that. So if you want to see anything specific tested with the GameSir G8 Plus, or you want me to test some kind of Android game or something, let me know in the comment section below. I always read them, and I'm interested to see what people have to say. Anyways, if you're into smartphone and mobile tech stuff, consider getting subscribed to the channel and ringing that bell for notifications. Until next time, stay charged up.